Yeah, Raya's back. Now we're just waiting on Dylan. Is Dylan still pooping?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You guys
Poop.
use the same toilet?
Oh yeah. He normally.
They only
Same
have to,
time?
They only have to
me.
flush once, so you're saving the earth. Hey guys, welcome to Cadecast. We're chilling here. I got my co-host Dylan Bennett.
Yeah, baby.
So we load up, we roll out, put it in drive and push the pedal out down.
Joseph Pepe.
So wake me up, take me home, we'll leave this place.
All right, Christine. And we got our guest Adam Mitchell.
Yeah,
How
what's
you
up,
doing,
man?
baby?
Let's go.
How we doing? Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and just talk about some cool stuff. Drink some wine. The wine of the day is what's this called?
It's called Hot to Trot.
Hot to trot.
It's called cheap stuff.
It's called cheap. It's called cheap stuff. Vinegar.
Dollar
Cheers,
store
you guys.
wine.
Dollar store.
And
Cheers.
cheers.
Woo.
Cheers,
Cheers, Adam.
Adam.
Where's your wine? Where's your drink, baby?
There we go. Wait, there we go.
Cheers.
death.
Boom.
Oh, yeah.
I'll edit.
Oh,
in
he's
post,
got the
don't worry.
liquid death.
So we're gonna go ahead and start off. This is fun, guys. Me and Adam go way back, so this is really cool. He's
back.
actually the man behind recording all the music I've probably ever done. Actually, I think our first recording was in 2012 or 2011. Dude,
like that,
Summer
man.
Lovin', dude.
Summer.
Wow.
God, my
That's
mom
right.
still loves that.
Oh
song.
my God.
Well, let's start by asking. So
Wait, can I say something about
Yes,
that off
yeah,
the
yeah,
top?
go ahead.
For some reason, every music video, Josh always tries to do some sort of hot tub scene.
every time.
Oh, he has to. Yeah.
You have to. Why not? Like,
Yeah.
like you have to.
You got
do it.
load up, you got the hot tub scene.
You got the hot tub scene. I know. Well,
But you
so-
got to do it as the old man, though. You got to be in the hot tub as the old man.
Oh, it's the old man.
Oh, man.
Have an AI edit it. I'm just like saggy and wrinkly.
Still partying.
But all the
Pruny.
But all the girls like have super attractive bodies, but they have Gollum like just imposed on their faces, and it's call them
I
goths.
don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah, Jesus. Did you? Oh, quick question, Joe. Did you press record on the thing?
What is it? Where do I hit it?
Oh, just hit it right there on
Oh,
the laptop.
no.
Right? No, you're.
Oh, no.
didn't
Just
press
press the thing.
record.
Just right there. Just click it. Oh yeah, you're good. No. So real
It's
quick.
my fault.
Oh yeah. Oh, so nice. So real quick, we're gonna hop in, Adam. Where did your
Yeah.
music journey start? How did this all start for you when you first got into music?
Like production or just music
Well, no,
in
just the
general?
music, your journey, like when
Like,
you were young,
you-
like
yeah.
first, like, first time that you picked up a guitar, like what started it
Dude.
all? Let's go.
I think so. My mom found this piece of paper from when I was in school that said I wanted to be a singer, apparently. I don't know. Apparently, I wanted to be a singer. And then that quickly went away, and like I started playing drums. That was like the first thing I started in. My buddy Adam started playing guitar, and I was like, actually, that's kind of cooler, and it's less expensive, so I think I'll do that.
Another Adam.
So, another Adam, yeah.
Well, it was probably his
so
other self there. It was like
It was
he's
yeah,
talking to
it was
himself.
myself, but
we have two M's, so you're special.
yeah. So I kind of gave up drums and started playing guitar. And as you guys know, producers are expensive. Recording's expensive. And we didn't have any money because we're musicians. So I was like, maybe I'll start recording demos. And so like my mom was like, listen, if you save up half of it, I'll give you the other half of the gear. And like I'll get you your first little setup. And so like I worked all summer and got my first little like crappy studio and
Yeah.
started it all. Yeah.
That's incredible,
Started
man.
it, bro.
What did you start with, like, as far as your equipment?
So actually, okay, prior studio, I had legally downloaded Magic's Music Maker, and I had like a webcam mic that like just plugged into the computer. That was the first thing I ever
Nice.
had. It was
Wait, you
terrible.
recorded with a webcam mic?
That'll do it.
Pretty
That'll
much,
do
yeah.
it.
I mean,
Put a plug in,
and
fix it,
then
post.
I finally got Pro Tools, this like little tiny interface, a $200 mic. Like that's what I started on. Fruity Loops drums was like I'd go into Fruity Loops, write my drums, render them out, go into Pro Tools. Like it was awful. It's terrible.
Oh
That's
my
awesome.
gosh! I mean, innovative
Nice.
though.
Yeah.
Innovative.
Well,
Yeah, it worked.
I love how you started out kind of on the drums, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. You already had kind of that base to everything to start because, in all honesty, drums are one of the hardest things to record. You know, there's so much
Absolutely.
to it. You know, there's high frequencies, low frequencies. You know, there's all sorts of different stuff to be able to deal with there.
The phase between all the drums, like it's
Yeah, and everybody always just gives us the most shit, right?
Yeah, y'all are the worst to work with for sure.
That's why we
I can
program
do
the
it
drums.
in one take.
Yeah.
Well, drummers are the ones that are not musicians.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, that's very true.
I smack drums.
We ain't musicians, we mathematicians.
Unga bunga.
Onga bonga. How's this song go?
Just
Good
kidding.
point.
Man, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I want to point out real quick is, what did you use to record He Is We's first EP? You remember that? Let's talk about that a little
dude.
bit, because that was
Yeah,
like the first thing you
My
did.
crappy first studio. Like a terrible, cheap iMac, a $200 interface, and a $200 mic.
What?
And it has the most plays that I'll probably ever have in a song.
Dude,
Wow.
well,
Or
that
a
was
EP,
like, what
like-
were the names of those? There was like 3 of them that you did that were like huge. Like it was the one that, the little acoustic.
I wouldn't mind.
I wouldn't mind, yeah.
It's trending on TikTok right now, which is crazy.
Yeah.
It's got like, last time I checked, it was at like 80 million or something. And like, that's just Spotify. It was like,
Wow.
before she took it down, it was like over 100 million on YouTube, and like, it's crazy. But yeah, it was a $200 AKG mic and like an M-Box
Just
interface, like just the worst of the worst stuff.
absolute magic, though, with what you.
It's crazy, yeah.
I mean, that track is still like, everyone seems to know that song. Like, and it was done on a
And it's not
$200
like it even sounds amazing. It just like, I don't know.
well put together.
It just-
Something.
It just shows that like the song actually matters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's weird.
No,
Yeah,
absolutely.
it pays to be talented at what you do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Ah, that's wild.
But
That's
yeah.
wild. Dude, oh my gosh. Should we talk about the bands?
Yeah. No. Well, let me ask you this: what was the best part of your day?
We say it again?
What was the best part of your day today?
Cranking it.
Today?
Yeah.
Dude, today sucked actually. I was out working and then came back to my car, realized the tire was flat, so I brought it to get repaired, and they're like, "It's not fixable, so we got to replace it."
It was through the sidewall, huh?
Yeah, so I replaced my tire. I sat at Walmart for like a few hours and came home, tried to set this up. It wouldn't work at first, and I finally got it to work. So that's been my day today.
That sounds.
It's been done.
Well, hey, man, it's lovely to have you here.
Yeah.
To see your beautiful
Yeah, no.
face.
Now it's great.
Now it's
Seeing
great.
all you guys is great.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna ask, so not only like the projects that you've done, but like what bands were you in, like to even start with?
My very first band, I was 13 when I started playing shows, was called A Silent Homecoming, and I feel like there's still a song online somewhere.
Oh, I love that name.
Yeah, it was like your screamo, like post-hardcore stuff. I played bass in it. Actually, I was a bassist in it.
What?
Ew, playing
Yeah.
bass.
Yeah. I got to write some cool bass parts. I'll say that. It wasn't just like stupid stuff. It was like actually pretty cool bass parts.
Some guitarist bass parts.
Yeah. No, yeah. It was literally, here's a guitarist who's gonna play bass.
nothing. Yeah.
Are we talking like Bless the
playing
Fall kind of, or Chiodo's kind of era? Like, are you talking about like
Yeah,
that kind
oh,
of
yeah.
stuff? Like
Yeah.
that's kind of
Yeah, it was something
post-hardcore
like that.
screamo.
So that was like my first band. The first band that we actually recorded at like a nice studio too. So that was kind of cool. Then I was in like I don't even know how many bands I've been in, but 5 or 6 other bands probably before I started He Is We, and that was like probably my main thing. And God, yeah, I don't even know, guys. I don't even know.
What are some bands that you were like? What are some highlights of bands that you've recorded over the course of, we'll just say, the last 10 years? Maybe a couple honorable mentions, but a couple highlighted ones that you really were like, wow, this was cool to work with. You can say me, it's okay.
I've always enjoyed working on your stuff. Like, I feel like though the past 10 years I've really just been doing like my own band stuff. So like Richlove was fun. Stuff with Chloe with LIXI has been a lot of fun. And then we've been doing a bunch of like TikTok audio. Like I've been working with this thing called 615 House, and like they're at 3 million followers right now, and like
Nice.
the videos have just been popping off.
Oh wait,
and-
hey, let's give him a plug right here.
Plug right here.
Take it down. Chloe and Adam.
I was always curious about, the audio on like TikTok and Instagram,
Yeah.
how quickly those can go viral, because people use that
It's-
audio for whatever, videos that they're doing. So
No, it's wild.
How do you do
quick
that?
it happens?
like, is that like when you publish music, say if you're doing like it through a distribution company and you can send it over to TikTok and Instagram, or like, is that how it works?
Yeah, there's just use like through DistroKid and stuff. It's just like an option you can check and it'll automatically do it.
I use them too. I love
But-
DistroKid. I actually got to meet the creators of DistroKid. They
That's cool.
hosted like this really cool open jam in Marymore Park in Seattle. And I brought my
That's cool.
guitar, met a bunch of cool people, ended up like collabing with other people there, but they're really freaking cool. I think they're from New York, if I'm not mistaken.
Interesting.
I
I feel like they're the go-to now. Like it used to be TuneCore, and then they kind of like got bought out. And
All right.
TuneCore's
Yeah.
been a little bit
CD
under
Baby's
fire
another
lately.
one, I think, right?
yeah, CD Baby. They used to kind of be like the joke, and now I feel like they're one of the better ones too. Like even over TuneCore now.
Yeah. I
with
mean,
services and stuff.
for sure, TuneCore's kind of had a run of some bad stuff lately. There's been a lot of like
Yeah.
scams and stuff where people were like being able to feature like AI voices with certain like the Grimes thing. That was
Yeah.
that was a huge controversy
Yeah.
with TuneCore. And I use TuneCore. The one thing they did their membership plan where now you can pay like unlimited, like $50 a year. You can upload as many songs, which I thought was cool. But they do make it hard to do Spotify pre-saves. I learned that firsthand trying to all the Spotify
Yeah.
pre-saves I've done for my newer songs has been like I gotta go and find that code, use the sound click link instead of it TuneCore providing that for me. I have to go into
Oh, like
Spotify.
a hyperlink, kind of?
Yeah, but I have to go into like Spotify personally, and clip out a certain amount of the like if it's a pre-save, right? You can't just like share it because it's not out yet. So you have to like click in the URL. There's like a specific sequence that you have to like copy and paste into it. Where Apple is always easy. Like TuneCore instantly gives you pretty much the Apple link to your pre-save, but Spotify being like the dominant streaming platform right now, you want people to pre-save on that because
Yeah.
that's just they're dominating the market.
The reason now, like most people are using DistroKid, is like, let's say I'm producing an album and like part of the agreement is I get like 3 points on the album or something like that. In DistroKid, you can set up all of that, and so it automatically distributes it to me. Where like TuneCore, it's a pain. Like it's but yeah, DistroKid, like you
TuneCore
just
is-
enter my information and
Doesn't DistroKid also give you the ability to choose what section of each song for the preview for the pre-save? Is that what you're talking about? earlier?
well, no, I mean they all do. Like for the pre-save, you can kind of adjust like how much is shown. I was more saying that TuneCore made it difficult to find the link for Spotify pre-save. Like you have to go into Spotify artist profile, really like because with DistroKid, I've heard things where people like they're instantly provided it, like almost like they find that URL really easily. Because when I go to my TuneCore account, it'll show me the iTunes and Apple link, right? But it won't show me the Spotify one until the song's already out, which is I'm trying to which is frustrating. But I will say TuneCore, they stepped it up. Like, let's say if you co-write a song with someone now, they've made it where you can type in that person's username,
Yeah,
and
it's
they do
called
the
Teams.
split.
Yeah.
It's
which
called
that was
Teams.
really nice.
I've done that a
'cause-
few times. It's
A
awesome.
TM?
Well, yeah, it will. Well, if you co-write a song with
No
someone now, that person can collect. They can collect
team.
those royalties easily now
yeah,
with that.
yeah,
Yeah, which
definitely.
Yeah, but you're only collecting like 5 cents.
And it's
usually.
great when you're collaborating
Oh,
with
yeah,
other
not a lot.
people. You can decide like what percentage, who gets what. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
No,
it makes it
exactly.
really
0%
easy.
for everybody except for
0%.
Nobody gets
Nobody
Well,
gets
let's go into a
nothing.
quick topic really quick.
Yeah.
Actually, so me and Adam, this is a kind of a cool thing. We started a studio together back in, I want to say 2014 era, 15 era maybe.
Something like that,
Yeah,
yeah.
at Skyrise Studios. Shout out. The logo was really cool though.
That's still my password to my iMac is Skyrise.
yeah.
Oh,
Everyone,
note that
make
down.
sure that you
All right,
copy
we're
that
writing
down.
this down.
Right, what was it again?
Yeah.
All caps.
If you're curious.
Hacked.
Curious.
It's all lowercase if you're wondering.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well,
he's got all the super illegal downloaded
you-
Pro Tools stuff.
Yes.
On there, yeah.
Do you still have the mouse pad for that the studio, the Skyrise mouse pad? Do you remember that, or did it fade?
I don't think I do. I don't think
He
I
might
have
have it on his shelf over there, next to the creepy
know.
the when.
That's all Kamala stuff. It's all Harry Potter and stuff, and like just Yeah, it's
my
all calm.
gosh. Well, okay, back to the real quick. So
Yeah.
the Skyrise
Yeah.
Studios, we started this thing in my mom's basement, and everyone's like, "Oh, there's a studio in your basement." Okay, bro. But actually, fun fact is that like songs like "Ashes," "Fire," "Life Gets Hard," "Dreams on Fire," like one of the "Dreams on Fire"
Wow,
copies.
yeah.
But we did a lot of the early songs in my mom's basement, but we built to like actually still to this day, it's probably my favorite vocal booth I've ever been in. But the one
That's
that's
still pretty cool.
Yeah, like Adam designed. Like you basically, which I'll plug in some pictures of what it looks like up here, there, somewhere. But he turned like a room into some kind of like octagon shaped thing with wood panels, bass diffusers. Like, explain how you built this room really quick, to just everyone.
I basically made it so there was no parallel walls, and then we did like the wood with the diffusion and stuff, and filled the walls with insulation, made it a huge bass trap. Like
Dope.
it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's still there too to this day.
It's still there.
No,
Yeah.
it's still
How
there.
long did I spend on that wood? Like weeks.
Yeah.
Sanding and staining and like, oh my god.
Is that so the
Never
sound
again.
doesn't like reflect back in, so it kind of goes around in like a certain motion, or?
Because you don't want like a room to be completely dead, and so the wood kind of livens the room up a little bit too, and it's more aesthetic. But because if you just did nothing but bass traps, like you're taking every characteristic out of someone's vocal or like acoustic or something, and so it kind of just helps liven it back up essentially. And yeah,
Kinda
and then
adds
the
a
no parallel walls like helps with there not being like nodes running back and forth in the room and like stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It was cool.
Basically.
It was cool. It's such a beautiful room still out there. Like my mom, this whole time they've been remodeling the house, and like we're just not gonna touch that room. It's just too.
Oh, that's the room?
That's the room. Yeah, that's the man. I remember when we put all the wood flooring down when we first like started building the studio. We bought all this nice like laminate flooring, and then it
Yeah.
flooded like 3 times, and we had to rip
Yep,
it
it
all
flooded.
up.
I remember.
It wouldn't stop.
No, remember, dude, we got like halfway done with the flooring, and then somewhere it didn't like click in, so we had to tear up the entire floor and start over.
Oh man.
But
Oh my
But
Go
god.
Washington.
once we got it set up
That's
though,
what-
and he built a desk too that was really cool. He built 2 different ones over the course of time that
That's
we were
right.
there. But that was a fun time. Let's highlight, as far as like recording people.
Yeah.
What is in your experience the difference recording artists in Washington versus when you moved to Nashville recording and working with people? What was it like to record in 2 different states? Like what was like the work relationships? How was it? And what's the
I feel like the biggest difference is people in Nashville, everybody's business. Like, it's like take the biggest or like the most like, I don't want to say not local band people in Washington, but people that are the most serious about music in Washington, and that's everybody here. So you're not dealing with people like everybody just knows like it's gonna take time, it's gonna take money, it's gonna that's the biggest difference I think. It's just the professionalism here is just everybody is. And in return to that, like you get people with less revisions and less notes, and it's more they just trust your opinion and trust your instincts, and it's really nice.
Yeah.
Well, I got-
Washington, it's like everybody's like, "Oh, I hate all the production. Let's redo it." I'm like, "Well, then why did you hire me?" like,
Right.
you
Well,
know
well,
what
I
mean?
definitely got to say this. I mean, you have definitely something about you. I've heard a bunch of your recordings, and they're incredible. They're amazing.
Thanks,
You can hear everything, and the thing that I love the most is the music is very powerful, but the vocals they cut like no
Thanks,
other.
man.
Yeah, they cut like no other.
Amen.
There's so much clarity within that, and that's another thing, about like everybody like coming out there. They know what you can do. They understand.
Yeah.
They probably heard a bunch of your stuff already, and they go, "All right, this is my man. I need my man here,"
My man.
And but for real, man, everything that I've heard from you on your side, you have a great ear.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you. I try. It's not like my stuff's not for everybody, and I'm okay with that. Like some people like they don't like my mixes. I'm like, it's just how I hear music, and I feel like that's why you go to a mixer anyway, because you're paying because you like the way they hear music, not whether it's good or bad or like. Cause I think that's with mixing. Like, there's not a right way to mix or a wrong way. It's just
subjective.
like that's how that person hears it, and whether you like it or don't like it, it's not right or wrong. And I think that's what's cool about music is, yeah, it's just art.
Well,
So-
I mean, if I may interject on that, I might get a little bit like, you've heard like, 332 hertz and stuff like that, right? Or is it's 332, right?
Are you talking about 432?
Or 432.
432?
Excuse
Yeah.
me. Yeah. So I mean, there's different frequencies at which people resonate a little bit. On.
No, there is.
Yeah.
Well, and another thing too, there's like some of my favorite, like one of my favorite bands of all time is this band called As Cities Burn. I don't know if you know who they are. But their album sounds like crap. But for some reason, with the songs and the mixes, it's like it's perfect. If they had it mixed by someone else, it would have ruined it. It's just like the two together. It's great.
Kind of like classic thrash
But-
metal. Like you can't
Yeah.
you can't mess with those. It's just the
No
sound.
You can't have that mix like all pristine and nice.
Yeah.
And just
Yeah,
ruin the whole.
it
Yeah.
wouldn't fit, man. Oh my
Yeah.
Well, it's such a subjective thing, right? I mean, but I
It
mean, you
is,
can always
yeah.
like put in like a reference track and kind of mix according to, right? So
Yeah.
if someone has like a reference track, but it's
Yeah.
still subjective.
Yeah.
We're gonna put in some Nicki Minaj, but play some Cannibal Corpse stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My anaconda.
My anaconda.
Well, she
don't-
stole that. Actually, you should ask him really quick. You know, you
Yeah,
had a
since
great
we're
question.
kind of on that like,
Production
subject
Yeah.
with mixing, I had a question about how your bus system works because
We're gonna talk about bussing now.
Yeah, we're
not
talking about all
busting,
about
but
the no
bussing.
buses.
No, so how you get your whatever effects you're using, like say reverb or whatever, but do you put like you open up a new auxiliary channel and then like send that to a new auxiliary channel, bust that out and bust that out and bust that out, and then put your effects on it? Like how do you, when you're mixing, how do you do that to get that reverb that you do?
Wait, this
For
is the magic,
reverb,
right?
yeah. So the reason I don't do it directly on tracks is like, because a lot of times with reverb, you don't want the low end in there, and you don't want the super high end, because that's going to clutter everything up. And so like, there's a bunch of different tricks depending on what you're trying to do, but like, I find I usually am putting a de-esser before the reverb, cranking down on the S's, and then it's either going to be before or after I'm going to have an EQ that I'm usually cutting out everything below 600, and like depending on if I want it darker or brighter, like I'll cut some of the high end out of it too.
So first,
And then you
bus.
could like distort it too or saturate it. It kind of just depends.
So then, so do you do, so you do your de-esser first, but do you put that on like, say the first or second, like you do the multiple auxiliary channels, right? So you do it.
Yeah, I've got in Pro Tools like a template that I've made that's kind of got like an auxiliary with every type of delay you could think of, every type of reverb you could want, and all I have to do is like put the insert on a track and it's set up already. And so I can just turn up the send to it and like it's working essentially. And then all of my effects, so I kind of mix weird. So like I've got like, let's say I have drums. I have all of those drums sent to a drum bus. And then I've got all of my percussion that's sent to a percussion bus. And then both of those are set to like an all drums bus. And then, so each instrument has all these like sub buses. And then the main buses are sent to like a mix bus, I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
And
No, that's exactly what I was curious
it's a
about.
lot. Okay. Yeah, I spent 2 or 3 hours setting one up one day, and like now it's just there, so I don't have to like keep redoing it. But yeah, I don't know if that answered.
So you just
exactly
like
what you
rocket
want,
science.
but-
All of us are just like, well, what's going on through our heads right now is bussin'. Just we hear that word,
Bus it.
and
Oh,
it
yeah.
sends
Yeah.
us bussin'. But no, the idea.
No, but I rode the short bus, so I understand.
You can't have
That's
Josh
true.
around and
Not-
say bus and him not say
Say
bussin'.
bussin'.
There's
And
just
then-
nowhere way
Same
you
thing
can
with
get
Joe
around
though.
it.
Me and Joe just
Yeah.
love these words, like, and they just pop. It's every time, like,
Be like, dude, check this out, and he'd be like,
That's bussin'.
is it bussin'?
Is it bussin'?
Yeah, I've been using Logic Pro for
Yeah.
a long time. I know you're a Pro Tools guy, but I've been using Logic Pro since I was like since the one of the first versions came out. So, but I've been trying to teach myself how to mix better, and so that bus
I
system
will
is,
say the only Logic's one of the harder ones because it's really designed to be like a writing DAW. Like it's not really Pro Tools, even though it's maybe not the best DAW anymore for routing stuff and like setting up templates. I think it's still one of the best for just what you can do with it. Where Logic is very just like here's a bunch of tracks, like you can mix it. I don't know. It's just Logic's hard. So some of what I said might not make any sense.
No, it does.
Because I don't even know that you
there's
can do it.
Yeah, so you can, every track, say you record a track, right? You can go into that track and make a new auxiliary channel and bust that out to another, so you can
Gotcha,
continue.
okay.
It's the same kind of concept. And
Okay,
you can
gotcha.
adjust each auxiliary track, turn the volume up and down and add your effects in, all the same thing, so.
Gotcha. Okay.
Hey, can I say something on that? Something I love about Pro Tools though is their MIDI drum packs that they have and stuff, and how you can edit it and how easy it is to do. It's
See,
so
dude, like,
it's
A lot of people hate on Pro Tools for the MIDI, but I'm just like, I don't get what you're trying to do with MIDI that Pro Tools like can't do.
I'm
never
not
understood.
gonna lie. I mean, I've used a bunch of different programs,
Yeah.
but the thing is, and it's not just because I'm comfortable with it. It's that I've realized that like the hotkeys are just not. They're not there for all that kind of stuff. And I like to, like when I'm kind of, making a song real quick. Joe has an idea or Raya or whatever. They lay down some guitar tracks, and then it's like, all right, I come in here with, some drums, and I can, typically what I do is I'll just write out like a really rough kind of track of drums and stuff, and it's just so easy to go through there and like, okay, and I dial in every single one of the MIDIs, and it's so easy to just make it very fast. Now the other ones, it's like, sometimes you can't adjust the velocity correct, or you have to do it super individually. But what I love about Pro Tools is that you can just like kind of, if I just want to max everything out for a moment, I could just like, click everything at once and just bring it all up. And the other ones are just very, it's very tough to do that at the same time.
Same with like comping vocals. Like Pro Tools is still just for editing. I think it's just the top still.
Yeah. No, when seeing like you
so
pull
good.
up all the like every time that we've worked together, and how neat everything looks too, like even
Yeah,
color
it's just
color
color-coded.
separating it.
Yeah.
What I love too, like whenever literally like, oh, is this the verse? You go up and you type everything. You keep everything so nice and neat. Like my writing when I'm in like Logic is it's basically like I'll write everything like here it is because I know where everything is. But it's chaos.
What about like even like making a track with your buddy or something, and you just name it something and you just forget it? Like,
oh, we could talk about naming. So
my
me and
gosh.
Adam, when we would do like a rough, sometimes I'd come into the
Saving the
studio
file?
and
Yeah,
not
saving
know
a file.
Well, no, I wouldn't know the name of the song yet before. I would always I'm always the guy that names the song after I'm back home from Nashville because I can't figure out what to name it. But then I was like, so what's this called? And I'm like, I don't know. But I remember, was it Dreams of Fire? You said like Dreams of like Cum or something, and it was
Oh yeah, no, it's like
Gooey,
Yeah.
Come and Gooey. Remember that one?
Yeah, Come
The
and
song?
Gooey, yeah.
Yeah, Come and Gooey. Because of course,
wait,
my other
wait,
my
how
old
many
band
tracks
song
are-
was like
have come
Flucka Gucka My Sucka like that was the name of another song. But then 2 years later, like, why can't I find this session? Like, I know the song was called
Because you
blah.
didn't
I'm like,
name it the right
100%.
song.
yeah, because it's something stupid.
Unhaloed actually had a song called well before we actually named it, it was called Pickles and Cum Farts.
Oh my god.
yes, that's
And we couldn't find it. We're like, where is our song that we made? Because everybody's just like, we're just laughing at the time,
Oh my
and then you
gosh.
go back to look at it,
I
and
do
you're
that
like, where
too.
is this song?
I'll like just put the date in there
Start-
or
you should-
experiment or something, and I'm like, I don't know where that went.
You should just start a group called like Salty Dilly, and it's just like like pickles. Every song is a pickle reference to like dill.
Okay.
No,
yeah,
Dylan,
yeah,
Dylan.
yeah.
Okay.
I like
Pickle
that.
Rick,
I kind of
like get
pickle
it-
Rick. Dude, plug it in right there. No, that's funny though, because I feel like there's been plenty of songs we've recorded where we like I did that. I didn't know the name, and I'm like, just name of that. Like I remember we made that Gent song for Mr. Mr.
yeah.
Panda, and it was basically like it's still when I pull it up in my iTunes, it's boom kaba boom boom. That
sounds about right,
Yeah,
yeah.
because it's the beginning goes
Big
boom
bada boom.
boom cock, cock, boom 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 cock. It's
my
basically
God.
that's why we did that, but.
Hey, you know what? I mean, that's memories, though.
No, it's great memories. Let's bring that up really quick, though. With memories, Adam, out of everything that, at least for me, that we've worked together, out of all the songs, what would you say has been the most fun to record, and what's been probably the most tedious to record? I don't know. Or just highlights.
Tedious is easy, dude. Every time you're like, hey, I have this solo. Oh like, no.
1,000 takes.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, no, because we're like
Josh
we-
is like, beep.
no, we need the perfect take. It takes longer
Hardest
than
thing
song.
we've done though. I don't know. I don't think anything we've done compared to some other things I've worked on has been like hard.
Well, we work well
But the
together
last
too.
2 EPs you've done, I feel like has been my favorite we've worked on.
Yeah, no, it's been a blast. Dude, I can't wait to.
Yeah.
I can't wait for you to see some of these new songs too.
Dude, yeah, man.
I love coming down there too, like and working, like whether it's been like we've done it in a small room, like it's so people don't know. Load Up was done in a bedroom, basically.
It was done in this bedroom.
Yeah, actually, it's done
Yeah.
right behind it. Wait, it looks different in there. What?
Well, so that's where my studio used to be, up
Yeah.
against that.
Yep.
But now, like, my gaming setup's right here, and so Com's like little reading.
You
notes
got to
back
send me
there
a
now.
picture of that so I can
I
plug
think I
it in.
saw
I
a
gotta
picture
see
on
it.
Facebook or
Dude,
something. It looks
You
super
did. It's
dope.
pretty.
Bro,
Yeah.
send me
It's
a video
pretty.
walkthrough of that. I want to plug it in because that's crazy, dude.
Can I touch on Load Up for a second?
Yeah.
I remember. So we're at my house right now here, the
Okay, gotcha.
podcast studio, and,
Yeah.
and so we're outside and we got the hot tub out there, and you know we had a couple of our friends and stuff in there, and Josh and I were talking, and I go, dude, you know what we should do? We should just make a party song. And Josh was like, you want to do it right now? And I'm like, yeah. And so we ran downstairs and he started recording that riff. I programmed a couple of little bit of drums and stuff on that, you know, and yeah, it was cool how that just kind of ventured out from there.
And then the lyrics, like I wrote them in my every time. Okay, it's every song, Adam. I don't know why this has happened, but do you remember the red Ford Ranger that that's been through everything for over the years in that car?
It was stolen by
It was
crackheads.
stolen by crackheads. Someone when me and Dylan went to Walmart, some crackheads
I may
stole
or may
it.
not have stolen it. Yeah.
She stole me. That's another story we'll touch
I think
on
I
later.
stole the truck, maybe.
You
I
stole
don't
the
know.
truck.
I was
But-
high on crack.
But
so,
I
mean,
always write my lyrics in that for whatever reason. It's in the truck. It's always in the car, and that it's like that's what happened with like Life Gets Hard or you know a lot of these songs like so Load Up. All the lyrics were just written in the truck when I'm driving because that's I always like I'll have a melody first before I ever have a lyric. And there was actually a time I think it might have been Dreams on Fire or one song that when I was coming to you, I had everything written except one line in the verse. There's one verse I just kind of was like, I gotta write to this now. And it might have been Dreams on Fire, maybe.
Maybe.
And I didn't have it fully complete, but I was like 90% of the way there. Or it might have been Soul. It was one of them. But
Dude,
it's been
there's
fun.
something powerful about getting in a car by yourself and just
Yeah.
vibing. Like that's where I've come up with most of my stuff as well. Is like, it's just something extremely powerful about sitting in your car,
And driving off a
just
cliff.
going, driving off a cliff.
Driving.
That is how all of Dylan's bands have worked.
Yeah.
I've driven off a cliff about
noticed,
7
like-
times. It just keeps
keeps
stuff
happening.
Keeps happening.
But even since
Out
like,
here, it's always like people go to the bathroom. Like we'll be stuck on a lyric, and somebody goes to the bathroom and comes back. They're like, "I got it."
It's
Dude.
the pee.
Pee,
It's
like-
yeah.
Yeah, taking a
You're
poo,
releasing
man.
some endorphins. I don't know.
So basically, they're just like, guys, check us out. This is the and then it's like the lyric. I don't know the whole thing. I think it's cool too because even coming back from these last 2 EPs working with you, those have been what's really launching. Like everything over here at home has been like, you know, things are starting to grow. The brand's
Y'all
growing.
been killing it.
Dude,
Yeah,
it's
y'all been.
it's wild. I got a good
Yeah.
team. I got my best friends here. I got my
do
best
it.
friend recording everything. It's amazing to keep the kind of the team in house too. I mean, that's why I'm like, there's people over here to be like, why don't you go record at the studio? And I'm like, that because dude, working with Adam is
Why would you?
Why would I? Why would I? You can't. Don't fix something if it's not broken. And
Yeah.
100%. And the thing is like Adam knows you as a friend. Not only that, but he knows your sound. So I mean, you know, he's gonna end up just making it better and better each time.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. It's,
Yeah.
Refine it. Yeah.
100%. Plus, we have fun when we play Fortnite on the breaks.
Honestly,
You play
yeah.
Fortnite?
Oh, Adam's.
I stream Fortnite.
Can we talk a little bit about
Okay,
that really
wait a
quick? Can we
second.
go over some
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Fortnite
have to
stuff,
start playing
Adam?
with you.
Well, let's go
Oh,
about
yeah.
your streaming stuff.
Yeah, let's talk
what
about-
do you got
Yeah.
going on.
What's going on?
Wait.
So
Here. Let's promote you. What's your streaming? What's your stream?
Oh no.
Yeah, let's put it on the screen. What's it called?
It's Boomer Phoenix.
And the boomer rises from the ashes. From the dusty
Everybody that
cave.
plays Fortnite's 10, right? So to them, I'm 50, 60. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel this. I feel this.
oh my-
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Surprised it's not like
'cause
Boomer 69.
I kind of have been stepping away from music recently.
Yes.
Like that's kind of been where I'm at, and streaming kind of gives me that same like satisfaction that shows used to give me, except I don't have to leave. So
Nice.
it's just like people come watch you, and I don't know. You put on a show for 4 hours or whatever. It's kind of the same like rush, I guess. No, you're gonna pre-fire, bro. I know you now. You're gonna pre-fire every chance you get.
Come on. Come on, Boomer. I guess, bullets going through the body isn't really.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I've been really into Fortnite.
But from the comfort of your own home,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
Yeah, from the comfort of like this.
So do
Yeah.
you do any other video games?
That's the only video game I've ever played.
Oh my
Interesting.
Like,
goodness, I gotta play
We
with
had
you.
Skyrim at one point at Josh's. Like I had Skyrim,
yeah.
and then it red ringed, and I couldn't play it.
Wow.
Wow,
360,
GoldenEye on
360s,
64.
man.
Like
You
but,
gotta.
yeah, this is the only
have
video
you
game.
have you heard about that Pal World game?
It looks good.
Yeah.
It does
I'm
look
not
good.
He's
gonna
been
lie.
playing like
It's
crazy.
quite a bit of. I play it with my son a lot, and it's so funny because it's definitely like Pokemon. I mean,
Oh, yeah,
there's
it
no
is
doubt.
Pokemon,
But
yeah.
the thing is, it has different aspects. Like it has like Zelda, it has. I mean, it just has so many different aspects from all these different games that everybody wanted. Everybody absolutely wanted to have the game that is, and it's just like in the baby stages of it. But I think what's great about it is just the random creativity behind it. It's a lot of fun, and you can build your own world. It's a survival game too, as well.
Yeah.
And it's not only for children. Just because, I understand that it's cartoony. It's like Fortnite, it's like kind of cartoony and stuff like that, and everybody's like, oh, it's just for kids and stuff. But the thing is there's like, you grind on it, you go for it, and sometimes it's hyper competitive.
yeah.
I play
Oh,
games
yeah.
like Ark that are like survival based and stuff like that. And
DayZ.
I do like Pal World because it is survival based. It's definitely difficult, and all of your stuff can be ruined in a heartbeat. Anybody could come and raid your base. They could do anything. They could burn it down, whatever they want.
Did I see you pick up because I saw him play it for a second, him and his son? Did I see you pick up like a fire like rat looking thing and shoot someone like a machine gun?
You can pick up the pals sometimes, and you can use them as like flamethrowers, or
That already
you
is
can-
cooler than
or
Pokemon.
You can take like there's this penguin. You can stuff him in a rocket launcher. And
Stop it!
Stop
it!
Wait, and
what?
Yeah, no, it's not only hilarious, but it's very nostalgic. And I think that's what I love about it is I'm kind of showing my son
Yeah.
a little bit of the nostalgia that I love, so that it's really nice to be able to play that together with him.
Yeah, that's
You know?
amazing though, and the fact that it's like, I don't know, it looks like a great game too. Like, it gives you a
It
different
is.
feel. It's
And
like
there's so much to explore.
it's like GTA for Pokemon in a
Honestly.
sense.
Gosh, what if you could drive one of them?
Stop.
Oh my God.
Can we do this? Hey,
Adam.
what's it called? Power World. Hey, make this happen. Can we drive one of the animals? Can we do this?
Yeah,
Power.
I want to.
I want it to be
I want
like-
a pal with wheels.
Well, you
Oh,
can
yeah.
fly them. You
You can
fly
fly-
them and stuff.
you
yeah.
can
Then why
and-
can't you drive them?
Well, you can ride them too. They
Hold
know,
on. You
but-
can.
but I
Can you
need
say that
with-
one more time? You can ride them.
Not like
do
that.
what?
No, I wasn't saying.
We could call it the
Right.
Ferrari Rhinoceros.
Adam, wait,
the
I
bus.
think you should try streaming DayZ.
I was
think
gonna
that
say
would
this.
be-
I was gonna say
It
the
would be
same
brutal.
thing.
It is the toughest zombie survival game
And it is the
ever.
toughest survival game ever.
So the topography is actual topography in the Czech Republic, and I believe it was used for military purposes originally. And game developers bought the rights. I think that's how it worked. I'm
it's
not
a
really
really
sure.
dope game. Maybe we
It's
can make
really
it happen
tough.
where we could stream with you one day
Yeah.
or something.
Well, and
Daisy.
It's
DayZ?
tough,
Definitely
man.
check it out.
check it out. When we gotta do a video game day, we're gonna start on the podcast. We will be doing video game challenges at some
Yes.
point. We're gonna do a Super Smash Brothers episode where everyone has to pick Mike. Adam's like, Adam's like. Don't worry, I don't get to pick who I play as Adam.
Well, maybe
We
what
have to
do
pick
is
Josh's.
We
He
can just
can-
do online, man.
no, you
Yeah.
do just online.
I'll 1v1 any of you on Fortnite.
No.
Bring it
If
on.
you
Let's
guys
do it.
haven't,
Let's
okay.
do it.
Or we
Adam-
could play duos.
Adam is so good at Fortnite. This is okay. Let me just tell you. So my first experience playing Fortnite was the first time I went to Nashville to record with him, and I just remember being there. We're taking a break, and everyone in his band, Richlove at the time, played Fortnite, and they all hooked it up, and they're like, "Hey, we got an extra Switch, or just hop on and play." And so I'm learning kind of as I go. And Adam at the time, Adam was, I think, he was good, but there's like Adam became 1 year. Fast forward 1 year for that. Adam is like doing these crazy build things like so fast. I'm
He's a
looking at it.
builder.
I love
He-
building.
I destroy builders.
No. Adam will build a box around you, and then you escape the box, and then you're in another box. Like I played with them in a group, and I was like, I'm good at video games, guys. I'm good, right? But when I was playing with them, it was like so disrespected. They were just destroying me. Adam would be like, "All right, let's play, Josh." He puts me in a box, and then I'm like, "Where am I?" He's like, "I'm over here," and he's like all the way in the sky or some shit.
Dude, that's fun to build in Fortnite, man. Like when you get really fast at it and really good at it. You're one of those anonymous guys, aren't you? Like when you appear on.
Oh, I'm not anonymous, but yes.
No,
I get.
Yeah,
I'm
practice
actually
and creative for like 2 hours a day.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Can you do the Dorito thing yet that everyone talks about? Like that weird Dorito.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, easy.
Easy.
Oh yeah. Quad edits, triple edits. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
yeah, no,
But you use
I'm like
keys,
super good
right?
at dying.
I play controller.
Paddles.
You use-
I just play on PC.
Oh, okay.
You use
Yeah, I
pa-
play on Xbox, so I mean it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Wait,
there you go.
turn over.
Okay, that's
Turn over.
awesome.
Do you have the paddles on the back? Turn it over. Let me see that.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it. See, my Nintendo Switch has the
Extra
paddles. Dude,
Oh yeah.
I have 3 Pro controllers that have the paddles.
Yeah.
I just don't know how to use the paddles, so I don't do it.
Man, I'm so far behind on that stuff. I play
Adam
old
just
games.
used that extra finger down below.
Adam, here's what I need you to do. I need you to send me a clip of you playing Fortnite so I can plug it in somewhere in a meeting. Right in the podcast. I want to plug. Show people how good you
Adam's
are.
Add my tag,
Adam's
Adam,
greatest hits.
Reister111.
Yes.
It's just him teabagging everybody,
Yeah.
taking it down.
And he just says in his own voice like, "Boomer."
Oh, I thought it was Boner Phoenix.
It's definitely boner. Yeah.
Yeah. Boner Phoenix.
Boner Phoenix.
I'm gonna make
Shooting
my own
flames out
Fortnite
my
character
Well,
now.
before we continue with more questions, we'll take a quick commercial break.
We rolled out.
When we're back from commercial, guys, welcome to Kain Cast. Here we go. We're having a good time. Let's go around, ask more questions.
So-
next question.
I think Joe's got this one first,
Yeah.
then you.
I got way
Joe's
more.
still here.
My question's
I
better.
exist.
He
He
exists.
exists.
He exists. Joe, why don't
So
you go ahead and
Adam,
start us
by
off?
the way, it's really cool to meet you, dude. My name's Joe.
Have we met like a long time ago though?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I would remember a mug like that.
There's probably
He's
a
saying
glory
it
hole
handsome.
somewhere.
So let's bring it down a little bit though, because everyone loves
Yeah.
you so much. But I was put on this panel because I actually am not a fan of your work, especially with Josh Kane.
The sign.
And I just got. So I'm gonna give you 10 seconds to make me a fan. Go.
9. 7.
Of Josh?
All right, I'm a fan now. You got me. You got me. No, here's my real question. I was just gonna ask, what are some bands that you just love, and maybe go into maybe some bands that might have inspired how you produce, and what got you into what you do?
I honestly think it's because I have been through every genre of music. I started out like As I Lay Dying was like one of the first bands I got
Ocean
into.
Between Us.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like
Oh, yeah.
I heard 94 hours, like the double
Yeah,
bass, and was like,
94
oh
hours.
my god, nobody
Nice.
can do that. Slipknot, Oh Sleeper, like Between the Buried and Me, like that was the kind of stuff I grew up on. Thrash, like, and then my buddy showed me the first band I was in. My buddy showed me Taking Back Sunday, and I was like, why do I like this?
Oh yeah.
And I got into like pop punk and like that kind of stuff, and I was super into like butt rock, like
Nickelback.
Disturbed and Nickelback. I mean,
I love
like,
Nickelback,
Disturbed.
guys.
I fucking love
Nippleback.
Nickelback.
I mean,
love
Nickelback.
And then
Nipple sack.
got into country, got into pop, got into like just like everything.
Gotcha.
And so I think like the way I hear melodies and stuff, because I've been going in like a rabbit hole of listening to the old bands I grew up on, and I'm learning like a lot of the melodies I hear in my head are from like the old butt rock stuff I used to listen to, and
We need to
same, like-
we need to change. We need to recoin that term, by the way, because it just gives negative
rock?
connotations.
Can we call it bustin' rock?
How about
dad rock.
how about hook rock?
Boomer rock, hook rock.
I don't know.
Hook rock.
Boomer rock.
But on
I don't know.
on top of that, what was there a moment where I know you got into producing? You said earlier that you got into producing because it's really expensive, and you were in bands, and you want to get that going. Was there a moment or something that made you realize that you had an ear or you had the skills to get the job done the way you do?
I don't think
nowadays?
that ever happened for me.
Okay.
I think I've always been so critical of myself that I don't think I've ever been happy with anything I've done.
Okay.
But I accept that that's as good as I'm gonna get it at the time, and that's just you know what I mean. But I've always been hyper critical of my own stuff.
That's probably
specifically.
a good thing though for this kind of thing.
Yes and no.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, but I will go back like a year later and listen to stuff I did and be like, oh, that wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I don't know, like
Yeah.
it's.
Hey,
but
hey,
in the
hey.
meantime, I hate it.
Can I touch on that, Adam?
Yeah.
No.
So I mean, well, you have like imposter syndrome a little bit, you know,
Yeah.
and I do too. Like, you know, sometimes I'm just like, it's tough for me because sometimes I don't care what people think about me, and then other times
Yeah.
I'm just like, gosh, everybody's watching me. Everybody thinks, you know, all this stuff about me, you know, and it's really tough. You know, it's tough to be in the light. You know, like when other people are watching you all the time, or listening to something that you've mixed and recorded. I'm sure, you know, I mean, that gets really tough. But you know, at the same time, it's like you keep pushing because you love what you do, and
No, for
and,
sure.
and you know, like bringing people's visions to life is probably one of the best feelings that you can ever have.
It is. Yeah, like hearing the finished, like, especially like the one that, even though like recording drums takes a long time, like when you hear a drum like edited and just like super in time, it's so rewarding. Doing it sucks, like the 3 hours editing drums or whatever, but the final like vision. Same with like, I don't know, when you bounce it and first listen to your car and everything's done, like it is rewarding for sure.
Yeah. And you've done an incredible job. I mean, so many people, like, I know a lot of people, especially in the Washington scene. I mean, you've done Reach for the Sky. You did the Olsen Brothers, which actually, like, you know, they're very popular up here in Washington for, like, they're kind of like the country go-to people playing every festival. And you've worked with, like, a little bit of, like you said, you work with, like, so many genres. You've done so many genres. So getting the experience to do that, too, I think is definitely must have sharpened, you know, your skills. A quick question here. Like, what inspired you, like, I guess initially, because I know you've lived in Nashville at 2 points in your life. What was the inspiration behind moving there the first and the second time?
First time, I just turned 18. Turned 18, and then this guy I knew, Michael, was like, "Hey man, we need a guitarist. We're all moving to Nashville in 2 weeks. Do you want to come and play?"
Oh, wow.
And I said, "Yeah." I'd never lived on my own before, and it was like 6 dudes live in this like 2-bedroom apartment. And
Perfect.
We tried to do the thing. I lived there for 3 years, and then I mean, this time kind of same thing. Like I was in Richlove, that was like country pop, and if you want to play country, like you need to live in Nashville. You just do, and so we all made the decision to come out here and do it, and yeah, and then here we are still. It's been like 7 years almost.
I know. It's insane to think
crazy.
that all this, like all that time ago, like when we were, you know, still even working like in Auburn, you know, running the studio together and having you go out and do Richlove, which is cool because it's so many mega talented people, even in that group too. And then from starting that, doing is it called Classic 77 or was that the name?
Yeah.
At the time,
Yeah.
going through that studio process too. And what would be some artists over there, like in Nashville, that you loved working with? You have any highlights you want to kind of bring up?
I haven't really been doing a lot of producing here. It's mainly been like TikTok type
well,
stuff. It's
well,
like just
What about even in
Yeah.
the last 7 years, like as far as recording like people over there? Anyone in particular that you liked?
I haven't really been producing a lot. It's like pretty much I moved here, produced Richlove, did Richlove, did Chloe stuff, and then with Classic, I was just kind of
Doing everyone.
whatever. But
Yeah.
it's mainly been like podcasts and like I don't know, just the more business side of the audio world.
Yeah.
So it's been interesting.
Maybe I'll have to come to you for podcast too, man. I'm still learning this game. I'm learning this game too, fresh out the gate, baby.
Hey,
What's
can
up?
I ask a random question here?
Yeah.
No.
So a little bit of a curveball. So how long have you and Josh known each other?
I met you at Dylan Jacobson's
Music video shoot for
music
Tennessee.
video shoot. So 12 years.
At least, yeah. Well, if you think
Yeah.
about it too,
12 years?
12
Okay.
years. Well, think about
Yeah,
it like
it's a
this
long
too.
time.
There was a time I remember. I've heard of Adamm. Well, check this out. I've heard of Adamm though before we met at the music video shoot for Dylan Jacobson's Tennessee, which by the way was my favorite song that he did. Which I don't know
so
why
good,
I don't know why they just don't sell that. Shout out to Jacob.
That's so familiar name.
No, I guarantee.
100%.
I guarantee you guys have heard of
Yeah.
him. He was over here. He was a
Yeah.
pop punk band before he was country.
Oh, dude,
But
yeah.
that's why.
Ew,
But
gross.
when we met on that shoot before that, you recorded a couple of friends of mine that I was in a band with for a while. We had you recorded Fat. Remember Fat with Giovanni? And so
my
you
God,
were
yeah,
doing that. I
damn.
heard of you, and the crazy thing too is I remember being like, the production on this is so good. Like this is ridiculous. And I was like 16. Well, no, but obviously you've gotten even better. At
No,
what you
I mean,
do.
but it was so funny. It was stupid.
Because you guys would put in like random clips of like sound clips of movies, and then they would go into a breakdown. Like, hey, let me tell you something.
Dude, that was that era, though.
Yeah.
That was that
Well,
total
and
era.
Damien and you
Yeah.
and Damien, we all know Damien Ward, which he knows everyone. So that was someone too. Like we were. So I always heard of you, and then when I
Shout out to
you and
Damien.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you and Damien, yeah.
me and him grew up in third grade. Me
Dude,
and
I've
Damien were
known-
friends
well,
forever.
I've known Damien since I was,
you
like,
did, but like I
14.
didn't know Adam.
Adam knows. This is what I'm saying. Me and Adam we're so engraved in like the local music scene with musicians.
Yeah. No,
So-
the twins, Damien and I used to go to like the skating rink when we were.
Oh,
like,
you mean
14.
Leroy and Lorenzo?
Yeah.
Yeah,
sorry.
no, there's Damien,
I
but
just
then
call
there's
them the
Leroy and
twins.
Lorenzo. The twins, Basil, twins. Anyways, don't we'll cut that.
We're going to have to initial Dylan's mic here because he
Yeah.
just deep-throated it.
I love
Wow.
it. But it was,
Oh no.
yeah.
Oh my god.
My God. Oh yeah, I remember. It happened. That was what was the band you're in with Brendan and Rory? That was Anchor the Tide. Anchor the Tide.
Oh wait,
Anchor the
hold
Tide.
on.
He's
hold
Anchor
on.
the Tide.
I've seen you guys at Studio 7. I played
Yep.
with you guys. So I don't know if you remember. I
What
was
band you say you were in?
unhaloed.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
look.
We definitely
Yeah,
played Studio
Look at that
Arai's
shot.
wearing an Halo shirt right
See,
now.
so you guys. So that's what I'm saying. He's so engraved in the
Wow.
scene that
No,
even
that-
if you
that-
don't know
that's
Adam,
incredible. Yeah.
even if you don't know Adam, you do know him because somewhere down the road he is like played a show with you, recorded your friend's band.
100%.
But yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool though.
I
man.
moved back from Nashville to be in Anchor the Tide, which is like kind of weird
Yeah.
to think
Well,
about.
you know, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie, dude. They had some. Well, you guys had some killer tunes.
I never got to put out anything with them. Like they put out their first EP. They needed a new guitarist, and then we went and recorded at London Bridge and spent a bunch of money, and then it never came out.
London
So like
Bridge.
the classic band story, you know? what I
Hey,
mean?
I have the
Yeah.
same story with Zenith. I mean, we went to London Bridge Studios and recorded 2 or 3 songs, and we
Oh,
never
yeah.
put
Yeah.
any of that music out either.
Release the Zenith.
So Ink of the Tide.
Release.
I might be getting a little mixed up here, but do you know Seth Bowman?
Of course,
yeah.
Yeah,
Ain't
Seth-
Olsen
Seth
brothers.
and I,
So
Seth and I did a song together, like a metal song. Like now it's probably been 13 years ago, but
Yeah.
he was like screaming and singing on it, and or
he,
no.
Oh, go ahead.
Anyway, go ahead. I forget who was on it. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, well, so Seth Bowman, so he actually moved from Oregon to come up and try out for Unhaloed. And
Maybe that's why I know your guys' name,
And-
because
and
him and
he-
I were like pretty close.
he ended up playing bass for us. He was a guitar player, an incredible
Yeah.
guitar player, but he ended up he played bass for our band. And
So
then
the Olsen Bros, he was the drummer in that when I did the EP, and he was writing like metal drums to this country stuff, playing guitar for him. Like it was, yeah.
I remember
So
that.
Interesting.
dude, he is a different level of a musician.
Yeah.
He definitely has just something about him that just adds this like cool flavor to everything. He actually like
Everything.
in Unhaloed, like he was like, "Hey, I'm hearing this fill. Can I hop on there?" And like he just like boom boom, and I was like, I would have never thought of that ever. I would,
Yeah.
you know, and I think that's if I might touch on this real quick, you know, like when guitar players write drum parts. they are some of the most ridiculous.
Oh yeah, they will
things
make it crazy.
ever.
Like not
it's just-
humanly possible
Yeah,
at
yeah.
all.
He's talking about me.
It's humanly possible, but
a
it's
lot of the time it's humanly possible, but sometimes it's just like,
They have high
dude,
expectations.
are you really trying to make me do this right now?
yeah.
He's literally
Ghost
talking about me.
notes
Answer is
with your
yes.
feet now.
Just real quick, what about a band called Beyond Gravity? Did you remember them?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't, because I was, what, from 2008 to 2011, I was not there.
Okay.
And then
Came
by that
back.
time, I was kind of out of the scene too. But
Okay.
When did you come back and start the studio with Rory? Remember you guys had 6th Avenue?
2012.
And that's when
Yeah.
that's when I did Summer Lovin' and the early recordings.
Yeah.
Nothing never felt so right.
And that's when we played with you back in the day.
Yes,
At the
we
live
did.
room.
At the live room, we played the live room.
Yep.
Actually, Adam had played.
Which I don't remember ever seeing
Dude,
you.
I know. I was a ghost. Adam actually played guitar for. We did Luigi's the one time.
That's right.
Yeah, we did. We did do random stuff like that too, which is crazy.
Good old
Because you're good. You're good at
Luigi's.
everything. Adam, plays he plays every instrument pretty much. Or at least he can definitely figure out a way to make that instrument happen in a song. So I think we threw you on guitar for that show. Must have.
I played rhythm. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It was,
Josh
yeah.
was playing skin flute.
I was playing skin flute. Most of the
Yep.
time.
He was. Yeah. He was
Naturally.
Naturally. Yeah, it was nice. Well, this is amazing, dude. It's great
Yeah.
to see you and have you on the show too, and just
Yeah, man.
Yeah, what are some clothing?
You want some clothing?
He wants you to take your clothes off.
Take your clothes off. Oh my god.
This is how we end every
Hey,
podcast.
striptease, come on.
Oh, hey,
Right
remember
now,
Adam?
let's see
You're
it.
gonna make me.
Just
Billy.
one button. Come on,
Yeah,
Adam.
let's see the button. Hey, come on.
Just take one button
come on.
down. Come
One
on.
button. Take one button down. Let's see it. Yeah. You gotta,
Damn.
You gotta pay for that.
I seen that chest hair.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
pasty, dude.
We
The
pay-
one chest hair.
Is everyone that sexy out in Tennessee?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Is everyone that sexy out in Tennessee?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No,
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
They gotta have
Just
clothes
not just
ready.
here.
They have to be ready for every season. Snow, a tornado. Speaking of which, me and Adam,
Snow-nado.
me and Adam shared a
Snow,
bathtub
tornado,
together. Remember
ass.
that?
Yeah.
The tornado. I still
Yeah.
I told that story on the first episode of the podcast about
Tornado
how,
did indeed come right past our apartment. So that was crazy.
Dude.
That was crazy.
dude, it was wild, man. That was great. Any closing thoughts?
Yeah. So how was it with Josh in the bathtub?
Yeah, how
you guys
was it?
sitting together. How was that?
We did indeed forget we had a cat and left the cat out.
Oh no!
So
Not
we
What
did-
church?
the cat was gone.
Little church?
Aw.
Yeah.
How many
church, we
cats you
forgot
got
we
now?
had
How many cats
Adam.
you guys got? Wait, how many?
So-
Adam, how many cats do you have now?
We have 2 now.
Oh my gosh. 'Cause
Uh,
you fostered
We
one.
got a new little kitten.
What?
His name's Lucky, but he doesn't know that. He goes by Ducky. He just knows Ducky better, so that's what he is now.
Dang,
It's
Ducky.
so funny how you can name a cat pretty much anything, Ducky, beef stroganoff.
Well, you're still feeding me though. Yeah, you can call
yeah,
me beef stroganoff.
yeah.
Beef
Oh,
stroganoff.
that's my cat, Beef Wellington.
That's wild, man. That's crazy.
Oh man.
Well, awesome, Adam. Hey, thank
Yeah.
you so much for coming
Yeah.
on.
I'm
Thank you,
excited
man.
to
Thanks
play
for
with
having
you
me.
on Fortnite.
Yeah, we gotta play some
Yeah, we gotta
Fortnite.
do that.
Let's
Yeah.
do it.
I'm
Let's
a
do it
fan.
after
I'm
the
excited
podcast.
for you guys
Yes.
because I'm East Coast.
Did you bring your laptop with
Well,
you?
I mean, but we can make it work, babe. We could do because I remember there's been times where I've hopped on and we played they're up late.
We could all just go on Central and it'll be about
Yeah.
even.
Well, maybe one of these the gaming episode. We'll have a gaming
Yes.
episode podcast. We have to have Adam on for a section of that and
Yes.
just play some Fortnite.
And check out DayZ and the people that
I
stream
will,
that.
DayZ.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, my
and
dad
then we'll
is
play
a
Super
huge-
Smash Brothers at least once.
I'll definitely
One time, hopefully.
I'll be the player you have to carry the entire time.
Yeah. We.
fine.
Yeah. He dies. Just carry him.
Just
I
like in
save Dylan all
everything
the time.
Dylan
Yeah,
does.
I think he's
Yeah.
gonna build everything is super crazy while carrying me at the same time.
That's what I do with you all the time, though.
I know.
It's okay. It's still
No,
fun.
I know. I try and create another challenge for the other players.
You got,
It's pretty strategic.
it's very.
Then I come in clutch with the first kill I get, and it's the last kill.
I know. It's the last kill. Well, a quick thing too before we close here. What are some especially with us being friends for so long? What is one memory or a story that you have? I'll have you share first, then I'll share one. What's a memory
My
you
memory's
have?
so terrible. Dude, I feel like I just remember all the people coming to your mom's house all the time. That's the main thing.
The parties.
I would
Damn.
I would come there every day. You'd be doing lessons, and random people were just there all the time.
Oh yeah. Who's this? Oh, this is Billy. Who's Billy?
It's Billy.
What?
Dude, I don't know. I mean, we lived together for a long time. We had that little
Little
that
house.
spot in the garage. We'd go hang out. We watched
yep.
we watched Rubber,
Oh my
was-
gosh, the tire movie?
Oh,
the tire movie.
Yeah, no.
You had your first treat and went to Taco Bell.
Let's
then
touch
came
base.
back
Why
with
don't we
white
give some
face, just like,
context to
what?
that?
Green
So
face,
I'll
sorry.
break it down to you guys really quick. Basically, before I had, they gave me a treat that makes you very, very happy. A
lot
little
of it.
an edible, and they didn't tell me
lot
how
of
many
it.
milligrams were in this.
no,
And
how many
Chloe
milligrams?
actually, Chloe
Dude,
Wilson.
he had like 50, 60 or something
Yes,
like
in
that.
one bite.
milligrams for his first time.
Yeah,
my
first time ever. At first, I didn't believe that this was gonna work. I was one of those guys who never had an edible in my life, and so I take it, and then I'm like,
That's a mistake.
that was the mistake. It doesn't hit me until I get to the drive-through. So I'm at the, because I made a joke when they.
can I get a?
No, it was like that. But no. But the voices that I was hearing, like when I got to the
You
to
were
the
hearing
window.
voices.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
okay.
like. No, but I got to it and I said, "Can I get like a?" And everything just went crazy. And then the lady's voice sounded like this.
You want what?
And so it was just so hilarious. But the thing was, is my friend Keith was next to me and didn't know that they gave me an edible. So he's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "Keith, they gave me an edible." He's like,
He's having a stroke.
and then he had to call like Kamala and Adam. He's like, "What'd you guys do to him?" And so then
you
basically,
were
I
driving.
get to the window and the lady, like, her face just looked hella weird. And I'm just like slurring everything I'm saying. And she probably was just, I'm like, "How much fire sauce you want?"
I want so much fun.
But she gave
I
me.
just remember you getting back and your face, there was no color in it. Like, and you were a ghost.
And I was laughing most of the time. Well, that story is really good. One that I really remember that was near and dear to me, which is funny, is me and Adam, like, when we were in the studio, I did this, not a prank, but we had all these TV monitor screens, right? And so I took this photo of Adam where we enlarged his head, and then I put it as every screensaver on every computer. And then he just goes on, and it's there. Then it's on the TV, like we put Xbox on. I'll plug the picture in here, too, but that was a fun memory. For me.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
I know.
Terrible.
But I didn't originally make the image. Someone else edited
Brett
it.
made that.
Brett made it and I shared it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Brett
that
made
sounds
that.
like
I
Brett.
have a great story about Josh here. So,
Oh no.
I think it was about like almost 3 years ago, and so we're outside my house here. We got the hot tub going. There's like, no joke, like 100 people here. We had a big screen, like projector system going. We had a bunch of people out here, and it was literally Josh and I in the hot tub, and I'm just chilling back, relaxing, all nice. And Josh had these little floaties on his arms.
I remember that.
And he had them on his legs. And so there's like 100 people. They're playing beer pong. There's a fire going. There's a movie playing on a massive like 100-inch screen outside. And he looks at me and he goes, "Dylan, look at me. I'm floating. I'm floating." And I'm just like, what is happening?
To be fair, there was tequila involved. That's a good memory. I like that one.
No, it was
bioweapon.
great. It was just this like, because Josh has this like pure innocence about him. This just childlike, but it's beautiful. I'm not trying to, offend you in any sort
It's
of way.
sweet,
But
yeah.
it is sweet, and that's what makes him the way that he is. It is amazing, and he just has this imagination that's crazy and just continues. I wish I had that imagination still. I wish I had that little childlike imagination,
That's probably one thing that's never gonna leave. We will need more wine on this. I love that. That's a good.
Well, let's see what do I got for Josh here or Joe. What do I got for Joe?
Probably nothing.
No, I try and block everything out for him.
I was going to ask one more question, Adam. Do you
Yeah.
see yourself working on any future projects? Or are you still kind of taking a little bit of a hiatus on production right now? Or
I don't think I'll ever stop. I'm still working with that TikTok house like every week. I still got my studio, what's left of it, right next to me too. So I don't think I'll ever stop.
I was going to say, because I would love to maybe work with you in the future. So whenever, that happens. So
Yeah, and I'm always down. Like if y'all have questions and stuff, like I'll help
course.
as much as I can and all that. But I don't think I'll ever stop.
Yeah,
I
of
can't.
course not.
It's
Well,
just ingrained
and every
here.
time that we record together, it's more like a vacation, anyways. It's come
Yeah,
down.
like- I mean, I'm still down. You know, like if
Yeah,
y'all
yeah.
are trying to, you know, like.
Oh, you know,
we'll make it
it's-
happen.
we'll make it
Yeah.
happen. Always, baby.
Yeah.
Well, hey, man, we love seeing your beautiful face.
Yeah, we love seeing your beautiful face. It's been an honor to have you on. I'm sure there'll be more in the future where we talk. I'll have to-
Excited to come home in June and
Yeah?
see y'all.
You're gonna come visit?
So we're gonna hang out at least one time. when
Yeah,
we're
our
here.
friend's getting married, so we're coming out for 2 weeks.
Yep.
Awesome.
Shout out to Chloe
You
and Ryan. We
marriage.
love them very
Yeah.
much. We'll see you guys at the wedding. It's gonna be incredible. Love those guys. Well, thank you guys for tuning into Canecast. You know, we'll plug in some stuff here. This is really cool. Subscribe, like, share, all the things. Yeah, this is great.
Drop a dislike.
Drop a dislike.
Yeah, just like.
Drop a dislike right there. Oh yeah. Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in. Catch us next time on Canecast. Woo!
Right, good night.
Bam. Good night.
K-Cast.